But it was all about the Carlton Football Club last night and the dying stages. So much happened in the dying stages in the last 30 seconds last night. Let's have a look at it as it rolls out. This one, obviously, it goes out of bounds deliberately, first of all. So this all happens with 16 seconds to go. This is massive.
You're ticking that off,
16 seconds.
You're ticking that deliberate off?
We are going to go through them one by one, Damo. This is just the last dying seconds. Goes out of bounds on the full. A calamity of errors everywhere. And obviously Jack Newnes finishes with an amazing goal. But there was so much to play out in these 16 seconds. We're just having a look at the umpire come through here trying to figure out who is going to take this free kick.
Well, it should have been Gibbons, shouldn't it?
It is. So let's have a look.
I'm more confused now than I was when I came in this morning.
Is that a free kick, Damo? Is that a free kick?
Yeah. No, I don't think it was. If you're referring to the Brayshaw hit on the Carlton Doherty, yeah. No, Brownie, it wasn't a free kick in my eyes.
Right.
All right. So obviously, the man here gets the ball. Just being told that the vision we wanted isn't going to be there.
No, this is Newnes.
This is Newnes kicking the goal. This is an amazing setup.
But what about the
amazing
cameraman?
kick? So,
hang on. I think I need to explain. This morning I said I think we need to go through this bit by bit just to explain it for those that haven't seen it.
Yep.
So tell us what happened.
So Jack Newnes kicks an amazing goal. He's kicking the cameras out of the way here, doing a great job.
He didn't want to leave.
Didn't want to leave.
No, he did not want to move. He didn't want to
move. Had to move it out. Now, this is a wet ball. We saw all night how many players just off the side of the boot, and this is as good as it gets from Jack Newnes. That is an amazing kick. Have a look at that. That is as good as it gets. How excited to do that.
Look at Eddie Betts tackling.
All right, so now here's the analysis that I was expecting to come up first. So let's have a look step by step what happened after that amazing... Stop laughing at me, would you?
Here we go.
This is the first one. This is deliberate out of bounds. This is deliberate out of bounds against Taberner. Doesn't want to keep that in. We all agree that this is deliberate. We tick it off. Good decision.
Right.
Yep.
Yes.
Good
decision. Yes.
So then the next one is the free kick against Doherty down the field, Brayshaw. Let's have a look at that one. And there was a bit of conjecture whether this is a free kick, but he kicks the footy. After that, he's knocked to the ground. Does Doherty play for it? He probably does, but probably doesn't need to touch him though, Lordo, does he?
Yeah.
It goes out of bounds. Goes out of bounds on the full. And there's a lot of Carlton players standing around, but there's one who's closest, and that's Gibbons. Let's have a look at where Gibbons is and where Newnes is. So here's Gibbons right here. Yep. Here's Newnes over here. So Gibbons probably should be having this free kick. Well done to Newnes to identify the fact that... Now, have a look where the umpire comes. He comes past Newnes and has a chat to Newnes. I think he's speaking to Newnes there, and maybe he thinks Jack Newnes is the closest. And all of a sudden, you see Wiedering. Wiedering comes from centre-half back, trying to get the kick as well. But it must be said that Jack Newnes did a great job to get this free kick.
Who's the better kick between the two?
Newnes.
Jack Newnes. I don't think Gibbons would have made the distance.
So luck's of fortune.
Luck's of fortune and smart. So here's the law. A lot of people thinking, why was it paid down the field? So here is the wording as it is at the moment. The free kick shall be taken by the nearest player to the location where the football touches the ground or crosses the boundary line, as the case may be. So we saw the ball out of bounds in the forward 50, outside the ground. So that's why the ball was taken down the field.
What is the actual... Well, we've seen the actual ruling there. What's been the response, though? Because it's been mixed, hasn't it, in terms of, was it the right decision? There were so many decisions that have come into play here.
If it was a free kick, and I think we've all got a differing view on that, what was the Doherty contact by Brayshaw free kickable? I don't think it was. But,
anyway,
but if it was
paid.
If it was, OK, let's tick off on that.
Yeah.
Well, yes, it then played out correctly. The Carlton gets the free kick from that position, but clearly, as Brownie pointed out, Michael Gibbons should have been taking the kick and not Jack Newnes.
Yeah. Who spoke after the game?
Who did speak after the game, referenced the Robbie Gray kick after the siren, also to Justin Longmuir, the coach of the Dockers, addressed it.
Just went through my routine. There was a couple of cameras in the way, so tried to get them moved and then just wanted to make good contact. Similar spot to where Robbie Gray kicked his against us about a month ago, so it's exciting.
So you get beaten by a 50-metre kick on the boundary line after the siren, after leading all day. All I can talk about is Andy Brayshaw. Well, I'm not going to sit here and talk about the umpires, but if the same situation arose again, I'd ask Andy Brayshaw to put frontal pressure on and try and smother the ball.
Yeah, I think he should also be asking why Matt Taberner didn't stand the mark and why he didn't take the ball and take the contact out of bounds. So Fremantle made some mistakes. Fremantle fans will be questioning why Nat Fyfe didn't spend some more time on ball, but I actually like this coaching from Justin Longmuir. So he only attended 7 centre bounces last night. Now, there wasn't a lot of goals kicked, but Sarong and Brayshaw all spent more time in the midfield than Fyfe. So if the game's on the line, you might ask, well, why isn't Nat Fyfe in there? But for where Fremantle are at, and I'll be interested in your take on it, Lord, I actually love this coaching. They're not going to make an impact this year. Fremantle's time's going to come next year, the year after, and the year after that. So the development of Sarong and Brayshaw and Chera through the midfield with Fife and Walters playing forward. Yes, they lost the game. They may have won it if Fife spent some more time on ball, but I actually liked the coaching for the young players' development yesterday.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you, Corns. I know with some other clubs down the bottom, a lot of us are saying, what's their plan? What's their future? But I reckon Justin Longmuir knows exactly what he's doing, and he's probably come into the club realising and speaking to a lot of players, and it's all been Fife. Fife plays well, we win. Fife plays poorly, we lose.
Walters, yeah.
Walters as well. So I just think he's doing it really well, as you said, with those younger players and lessening the load on Nat Fife for the future.
Yeah, well, certainly good news for Freo there, according to Kane.